jumping on, you are going to hear from an amazing lady, Miss Jackie Jensen. I can't wait for you to hear from her, but you're going to hear about an amazing opportunity. So grab a pen and paper. If you've ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time with a company that has an incredible niche, you guys, this truly is it. It's blessed my life and many other people's lives out there. I can't wait for you to hear about it. So drop it in the chat box. Let us know where you're calling in from, because we have people jumping on from all over the place. We're going to get started in about 20 seconds. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mindy Deeble. I live here in Boise, Idaho, and I am so excited for you to hear about an amazing opportunity. If you've ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time with a company that has an incredible niche, timing is huge. This truly is it. We're going to talk about the top 2 things that everybody wants to improve or change. So if you think about the top 2 New Year's resolutions, what are they? Everybody wants to get healthy, right? So the gyms are always packed in January. Everybody is looking to improve their health. We're going to give you tips and an education about health and some incredible resources for you to win in the health arena. We're also going to talk about the second thing that everybody wants to improve or change, and that is their finances. And I can't wait for you to hear about what we have to offer for you. This is something that you can literally work from wherever and create a life on your own terms. But I don't want to take any more time, because we have a special guest tonight. This gal, she is a rock star in our company, but not just in our company, in this industry. She has helped many people create incredible success, not just here in Boise, Idaho. She's also here in Boise, Idaho, but all around the globe, you guys. This gal, she not only is an incredible business gal, but she also has an incredible heart. I feel so blessed to be working with her. She's an incredible mom. She's an incredible friend, an incredible mentor to many, many people that are on the line. And so please help me welcome top producing Sapphire, Miss Jackie Jensen.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Mindy. I am super, super excited for tonight. Like Mindy said, my name is Jackie Jensen, and I have the privilege of living in the same city as Mindy. So for those of you who don't know Mindy, I'll talk a little bit about her later, but she is one of the top producing people in our entire industry, not just this company, but in our entire industry. She's given her life to helping people create wealth. So I actually met her on the beaches of Cabo. We both earned a trip in February to Cabo, Mexico. And when I saw her, I just thought, you know what? It never hurts to ask somebody for a favor. So I said, hey, when we get home, would you mind? We figured out we live literally 1 mile from each other. Would you mind just meeting me for coffee? And she said, oh, absolutely. I'd love to. And so we got home, we met for coffee, and we've actually met for coffee twice now. And just what she has poured into me has literally changed my life and business. And I'm just so thankful for her. But I was a 3rd grade teacher just, let's see, about 8 years ago. And I was introduced to this industry. For those of you who know anything about teaching, you know, most teachers do something else to supplement their income, especially in Idaho. We do not pay our teachers well, and I'm not proud of that. But I just thought, you know, I'm just going to make enough money to make it through Christmas time, because I didn't know how I was going to pay for Christmas that year. And then I'm going to quit, because I just need a way to make ends meet for Christmas. I made it through Christmas, and I was making more than I was at my teaching job doing this industry. Now, I was not in this company. I was actually in a beauty company, but I built to the top of that company. I was there for 7 years. I was never going to leave that company. However, I saw a compensation plan paired with high impact products over here. I just could not say no to. So I made the switch over here, multiplied my income by 5, more than that, maybe like 10 per month. And I have loved being over here. So I cannot wait tonight to share with you a company called Tranont. Tranont means to give life in French. We are a solid company and we have so many different products. I would love to share them all with you, but I know you don't want to sit on the Zoom call all night. I don't want to sit on the Zoom call all night. It's a beautiful night in Boise, Idaho. So I'm just going to tonight share with you just a few of my very favorite products, but we have fitness products, energy and vitality products, weight management, beauty, and then of course, overall wellness. So if any of these topics interest you, you're definitely going to want to keep listening because I have some amazing things to share with you. So we have clean products everyone wants and needs. All our products are whole food and raw, excluding our glow, that's our collagen, which is bovine beef. We have patents and proprietary formulas. So some of our products are actually patented, which means we are the only ones that produce them. We are the only ones that can sell them, which is a very good thing in business. We are CGMP certified, independent lab tested, and have tens of thousands of testimonials. And dare I say, we have the A team on tonight. Now, I hate even comparing calls to calls, but we have some of the best testimonies on tonight that I have ever seen. I was like, I saw my list of testimonies and I was like, oh my goodness, we have an amazing call. So I can't share tens of thousands with you, but I have 4 of some pretty incredible testimonies tonight. So we have core products, stamina products, CBD products, beauty products, and oral care solutions. So the first product I'm going to start with is called Enrich. Now, tell me either in the chat or if you feel comfortable turning on your camera, give me a thumbs up if you or someone you love has ever dealt with any kind of tummy issue. That could be bloating, that could be IBS, that could be anything like has to do with digestion. I did not realize how prevalent this was before joining this company, but I have learned that actually 1 in 3 people dealing with some sort of stomach issue. I guess it's just not really the thing that people sit around at parties and chat about. But it is so important, guys, because we're finding now that the stomach and the brain are so connected. Your mood is affected by your stomach. So there's no mystery why in 2020, when everybody started eating fast food and just sitting on their couches all day, then there was all sorts of mental health issues. So I want to introduce you to Enrich. It is a prebiotic and probiotic that's stabilized, which means it does not need to be refrigerated, but it's packed full of live enzymes. So what it does is it takes the food you eat, it puts those live enzymes in it, gives your body the nutrients it needs, and then it flushes out what it doesn't need. Okay. So this is a little demonstration that shows how it works. This pudding represents anything that is cooked or processed. So even if you're like, Jackie, I eat a whole organic diet, like I eat very healthy. Well, when we cook our food, it actually takes some of the enzymes out. Now this pudding is on the other end of that spectrum, but the enzymes are being added to the pudding. This stomach or this spoon represents your stomach, really getting it worked really, really well into this pudding, breaking down all the molecules. And you're going to see just after a couple of minutes, look what happens to this pudding. Crazy, right? Like it just has it completely being able to pass through. Now, I am going to give a little bit of a disclaimer because this pudding is brown, that this is not a diuretic. So you're not going to eat, not going to take the pills, eat, and then it's just going to flush everything through. In fact, it does exactly the opposite. It makes your body pass through things in a very healthy way. So I am so excited to introduce someone that I've actually just met. Her name is Katie. She lives in the Dallas area. And she has one of the most incredible testimonies on Enrich that I have ever heard. I dare say, maybe I shouldn't speak for her, but I dare say that it has probably changed her life. So Katie, if you wouldn't mind unmuting yourself and hopping on, I cannot wait for people to hear your story.
Why do I still have trouble with that? Okay, so can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So thanks, Jackie. Yes, I wish I didn't have this story, but I do. And I'm so happy that I'm doing better, that I want to pay it forward and tell as many people as possible so they don't have to suffer the way that I did. So I guess it all started about 1.5 years ago. We had to shut down our CrossFit gym because of COVID. I turned 40. I went back to work. I've got 3 kids, just life, right? But I had major constipation and bloating, and I've tried so many different products, prescription grade, prebiotics, probiotics that most people know about, Align, over-the-counter things, anyway, to no avail. And then it got really bad last November. So I started with what I thought was a urinary tract infection. And I go to my PCP, they prescribe an antibiotic. I take it for a week, no change, right? I still have that wicked, feel like you have to urinate constantly. And it's really difficult to get through your day. So I go back to the PCP naturally, and they say that, this is normal. They're often resistant. They give me another antibiotic. So I take that, no change. And then I ended up with a yeast infection on top of that horrific sense of urgency to urinate, right? So at that point, I'm panicking, and I ended up going to a urologist, and they did an internal exam. They sent me for an MRI, and the MRI came back. Oh, my best friend's on. She's like, hey, they sent me for an MRI, and it came back unremarkable. Thank God, because I'm thinking, what's wrong with me? Why isn't this antibiotic touching it? So anyway, that comes back unremarkable, but I'm still symptomatic. And so I'm ready to go through the roof. As I said, I've got 3 kids, I'm working. It's hard to function throughout the day. So I end up going to my OB, and she does a full vaginal exam that comes back normal. And she says, Katie, I really think that you need to go for pelvic floor therapy. And I've lost it at this point, right? I'm like, isn't that just Kegels? And how is that going to help me with this, massive sense of urgency that I have? I need help, and I need a tool, and I need it now. So anyway, I'm at my wit's end, but there's nothing else I can do. So I go, and fast forward about a month in, and thankfully this physical therapist was able to help me. And she explained to me that oftentimes when people are so constipated, like I was, your pelvic floor fights for that space. So your rectum and your uterus and also your bladder are just fighting for that space. And so I was so backed up that it was affecting my bladder. And that was what was creating that sense of urgency to urinate constantly. So after a month of going there twice a week, they did adductor cupping on the insides of my legs, incredibly painful. I don't know if y'all have ever had cupping done, but you really don't want it done on your adductors. But she explained that she had to loosen up those muscles, right? So I had that done. I had piriformis massage, deep tissue massage, painful, like I'm in tears, internal massage, which again, very unpleasant. Anyway, I do that for a month, and thank God I got relief. That went away. It started to gently subside. And then I did another month of that to where I could finally start going to the bathroom, being able to have bowel movements. But y'all, this pill is amazing. So Carly introduced me to Enrich, and I got relief from, let me back up for a second. I got relief from pelvic floor therapy for about 3 months. And then April, I started having issues again. I wasn't going. It's 3-4 days, and I'm so uncomfortable again. So I end up talking to Carly, and she shares with me some of these testimonials about Enrich. So, I took 1 Enrich before breakfast, the first day I got it. And then the next day I took 1 before breakfast and 2 before dinner. And I had a bowel movement. And I mean, I was shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually working, So anyway, I've been taking it for a month now. I'm now regular. I actually have a bowel movement every day, and I'm so thankful. And I was thinking I was going to have to go back to pelvic floor therapy, and who has time for that, right? I'm a working mom. There's no time for that. So if I can pay it forward to friends and family and let them know about this pill, and that if it can help them, if they're struggling the same way I am, y'all have to learn about Enrich and just try it, because I'm so amazed, and it's just working beautifully. So,
oh my gosh. Thank you, Katie, so much for sharing. Absolutely. That is just so incredible and so remarkable. So if you have your own Enrich testimony, would you drop it in the chat if it has really helped you? I would love to hear your story, but Katie, thank you so much for sharing tonight.
Sure thing.
All right, so now we're heading off to my personal favorite product. This is our Mojo. Now, those of you who love coffee as much as I did, don't shut your ears, because I did at first. I was like, guys, I love coffee. I'm obsessed with coffee. Don't mess with my coffee. I'm good. I got my good coffee going on. I was not really even willing to give it a shot, but it came in the mail, and I was like, all right, here we go. Now, this is different than any other coffee you have tried. In fact, it's not even a real coffee. It is an energy drink that has a slow release caffeine that is going to slow release throughout your day, make it boost your serotonin. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel motivated. It makes you feel energized. I absolutely love this stuff. Not only that, but it has appetite blockers in there. For those of you who might be like me on a weight loss journey, I'm postpartum, definitely gained a few pounds through the pandemic. pregnant was not a good combo for me, but this is just an incredible thing. So we have this in hot chocolate and hot coffee, and then 2 flavors that are created to drink cold: peach lemonade and lavender lemonade. They're so good. I use those as my pre-workouts. Just give me such a good boost. So normal caffeine just gives you that big boost of energy and then a crash. This doesn't do that. It just kind of helps regulate your energy throughout your day. So I want to introduce one of my dear friends. Brandon Bean is going to come on, and he's going to chat about this product. Actually, this product is what brought him over to our company and just the results that he's gotten with it. So Brandon, if you wouldn't mind unmuting yourself and coming on.
I think am I unmuted? I'm unmuted.
Yep, you're
so
good.
I had to turn off my screen for a second because Katie reminded me that I forgot to take my Enrich after dinner. So I had to run to the kitchen real quick, take my Enrich.
Good job.
I can't forget that, So yeah, Mojo is what brought me here. My friend Chad suggested it to me, and I have tried, energy coffee type drinks before. And I was skeptical because they normally leave me jittery or with like that afternoon crash, sort of feeling. In fact, I was so skeptical, I thought it wasn't working till like day 3. I'm like, I'm not feeling jittery. I'm not feeling that. So I thought it wasn't working until like 9 o'clock that night. And I realized I was cleaning the floors at 9, and I had just cleaned the kitchen and done the dishes and cooked dinner and done a couple of load of laundry rather than being like, snoozing on the sofa. And that's when I'm like, okay, this is different. But it didn't keep me up all night either. I slept great that night. And so that's when I realized that this coffee was like unicorn juice, like it was magic stuff. And I have been drinking it ever since. And then also depression runs in my story, in my personal story. I've struggled with depression all of my life, off and on. And it is very common for me to have like 1 to 3, what I would call low days, where I'm just not feeling it. And I realized really quick that those low days were disappearing. If I had 1 a week, that was surprising. And it's just really been kind of a miracle in my life. I will not stop drinking the Mojo. So basically what I'm telling you, for the women that are on here, if you want your husbands to clean the floors and clean the kitchen and have a smile on their face, get them some Mojo, because it's the ticket.
I love that. I'm going to start trying that, because I was thinking like, I don't know if my husband's ever like kicked and cleaned and then the floor and the base. I'm like, I'm going to go give that a shot after this call. So thanks, Brandon, so much for sharing. That's awesome. All right. Now we're heading to our CBD. Now, before you shut your mind off, I just want to tell you something about our amazing CBD. This is not a CBD oil. This is not the oil that you see advertised in your corner drugstore, your corner gas station. Now, the thing about CBD oil is there's additives in there, oil. So even at those of you who've taken CBD oil, you have to take huge vialfuls, stick it under your tongue, do a little dance, let it sit for a certain amount of minutes. And even at that, there's only about a 6% absorption rate. And here's why. Our bodies are made primarily of water. So when you put oil into water, what happens? The oil separates from the water. It doesn't absorb. However, we have a patented formula that does not take just part of the flower. It takes the whole hemp flower. It cold presses it down. It creates this amazing water soluble drops. You only need 2 drops, and it has almost a 90% absorption rate. So this comes in 3 formats: in our regular drops, which is literally just hemp flower. So it tastes very earthy. I don't mind the taste, but we do have a spray that is flavored with a little stevia. It tastes like cinnamon mouth spray. So I actually give this to my 4-year-old daughter, and that helps her sleep. And then we have our Relieve muscle rub for anybody that has sore aches and pains. I use this when I work out and I, just feel a little sore. I use that a lot. But if you deal with anxiety, if you deal with any kind of sleep apnea, this is what I used it for. I definitely dealt with some sleep issues for sure. And then if you deal with any kind of depression or pain in your body, you definitely want to give this a shot. So this is just a little demonstration that shows the absorption of our CBD. So this water represents our body, and putting oil in there, what's happening? The oil is rising to the top. It's separating. It's not absorbing in the body. And that's not what we want. Okay. On the right-hand side, this is our Soothe. This is our water soluble drops. Just takes 2 drops. And do you see that even without stirring, it's already just absorbing in. So I have the privilege of introducing my mom tonight. This is Karen Sweet, and actually my entire family uses this for sleep. My daughter uses it, my parents use it, everybody uses it. And she just has such an incredible testimony with this product. So Karen, if you would mind unmuting yourself. Thought I saw you in here.
Hello, can you
Hi,
hear
yes.
me?
Yes.
Yes, hello, my darling daughter and everyone
Hello.
else. Yes, I have just really loved this product. I actually use the spray. The spray seems to work really, really well with me. I will spray maybe a couple times in my mouth before I go to sleep. And I usually have to use the restroom at least once during the night. And many, many times I would come back to bed 3 or 4 in the morning and just lay there for 2 hours. Well, for those of you that have been awake during the night, you know how miserable that is. And then I would get up in the morning and go to work and just drag during the day. So when Jacqueline introduced this product to me, I was so thrilled that when I would wake up during the night, like at 3 or 4, and then spray a couple sprays in my mouth, you know, during the night, you're just kind of, you just have to kind of feel for things. And so the spray has really helped me because I can just grab it, spray in my mouth, a couple sprays, and I go right back to sleep, which is so amazing to me. I have just really had success with this.
That's awesome. In fact, I was at her house the other day. She lives 2 hours away from me, and I spent the night at her house. She just retired from teaching 40 years. Give her some congratulations in the chat. But we do this big retirement party, and we're like, okay, we'll get up in the morning. We'll get up before the kids get up, and we'll make cookies. So I got up at 7:30 and I went into her room, and she was like still asleep. And I was like, who is this? She's always like 5 a.m. awake. And when she woke up, I did not wake her up. I went and started the cookies on my own. You'll be happy to know. But when she did wake up, she said, yeah, I sprayed myself at like 4 and it just made me sleep. And so then she was nice and relaxed for her party. So awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yes. Well, thank you, Mom,
Yeah,
so
it
much.
does. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, great. So now this last product I'm going to share with you guys is actually our bestseller. This is the star of our show. This is our liquid collagen. Now, a lot of people know that you actually stop producing collagen in your 20s. And I am so sorry for my dog in the background that is barking at the walkers right outside my house. But you stop producing collagen in your 20s. And so I knew that. I ran to the Costco. I got a blue tub of powder, stirred it in my coffee in the morning. I thought I was doing myself a good thing. I didn't really see any difference, but I was like, okay, here we are. I think I'm doing myself good. But what I didn't realize is powder collagen, you pretty much, it just passes right through you. You only absorb about 30%. However, we have an advanced type 1 hydrolyzed liquid collagen. A lot of my team members have come to our company because they did research about the best collagen on the market right now. And they found ours and they were like, well, we might as well just join then if this is going to be the best collagen. So I'm going to show you a couple before and after pictures. Now, outside stuff is great. We all want longer lashes. We all want longer, more luscious hair. We all want less cellulite, right, ladies? We all want like amazing, like our scars to fade. But I will say personally, I love the testimonies I hear that cannot be taken with pictures. So I'm actually over 6 feet tall in real life, for those of you who've never met me. And I play volleyball. I played it pretty much my entire life, played it all through school. And then as an adult, I play it for fun. I actually play on some city leagues now, even now. But I was in my 20s, I was playing beach volleyball. I went up to serve. And as I went to hit the ball, my shoulder popped out of place and I had to pull it back in. It was very painful. So for 10 straight years, once a week, my shoulder would pop out of place after that. I went to chiropractors, I went to doctors, and it wasn't just playing volleyball. I'd be like changing my shirt or picking up my kids or sleeping on it wrong, and it would pop out of place. The chiropractor even said, you're pretty much headed for surgery. There's really nothing else we can do for you. However, in the last 6 months since taking this collagen, it has not popped out of place one time. Literally my ligaments, my muscles are being repaired. I absolutely love it. But I am so excited for you to hear from one of my very best friends from college. Her name is Carly, and she has had, and I can attest to this, but she has dealt with cystic acne pretty much her entire adult life. I'll let her tell her story, but the first time I saw her without makeup on since trying this collagen, I actually started tearing up a little bit because I know this amazing journey that has been for her. So Carly, if you wouldn't mind hopping on, I would love for them to hear your testimony.
Yes. Hi, everyone. So I actually joined this company because of Glow. So my story, for about 20 years, I have had adult acne, hyperpigmentation, rosacea, oily skin, and dry skin. Like you name it, I've had the issue, have tried all the creams, all the internal treatments too, to just help having good skin. I heard about taking collagen for skin health, probably sometime last year. And so I picked up some powder collagen from Costco and started taking it, until a doctor friend of mine said, you really should be taking liquid collagen because powder collagen is much harder for you to actually absorb. And now come to find out it's like 30% you can absorb powder collagen, 90% on liquid. But what's more is, as Jackie said, it needs to be type 1 collagen because that's the most abundant form of collagen protein in our dermis. So all of that made sense. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to collagen load because I want to see the most amount of impact. So I started taking 2 2-ounce shots every night before bed. Within the first week, my skin was brighter. Within the second week, my acne was gone and it has not returned. Within the third week, hyperpigmentation started fading, fine lines filling in. But what actually surprised me the most, and I wasn't expecting it at all, was I've had chronic joint pain above my knees for 12 years since my first pregnancy. I don't know what happened, but it was just a chronic, probably level 5 dull ache. And anytime I got up from a chair, ran, worked out, I would feel this pain. Well, after 3 weeks of taking this Glow collagen, that joint pain has just completely been eliminated. That changes your life. I mean, having great skin, that will do it too. But to not feel pain is such a game changer. And then like perks, like I have a little bit of cellulite or a lot on the back of my bottom and the top of my legs. And that is like so much smoother. And filling in. And so just like, I feel, I'm committed to this, taking Glow collagen, and now I have just fallen in love with so many of the other supplements that have been talked about tonight. And so now I'm sharing it with other people and helping them find great health too. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. Thanks, Carly, for sharing. I love that testimony, and I just love Carly. So awesome. Well, as we wrap up this segment of our call, I just wanted to tell you, we just released a 30-day empty bottle guarantee, which is so great. Basically, that is just us as a company standing behind our supplements and saying, listen, we know you're going to love it. So 30 days, empty bottle, we guarantee it, or else we'd be happy to swap out something else or give you your money back. And who doesn't love free shipping? So as you get our supplements, we actually have free shipping now on $100 or more, which is so great. But without further ado, I have the amazing privilege of introducing somebody who's becoming so near and dear to my heart, Mindy Deeble, as I said at the beginning, not just a top leader in our industry, or not just with Tranont, but she is a top leader in our industry. She's given pretty much her entire adult life to helping people make money, helping people win in this industry and changing people's lives through the products that we have. She has a team of, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands, and she is just such a humble leader. And that is one thing that I love about her. Not only is she one of the top leaders in our company, but she is just willing to help anybody who needs it, and just has such a passion for people. So she's just going to chat with us just the last little bit about just the opportunity that we have here with Tranont. So Mindy, would you take it away, please?
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Jackie. And I am so excited for all of you. Didn't Jackie do an amazing job in all of these amazing testimonials talking about our health products? And I will tell you, this is not just blessed the people that are on the line. These health products have blessed thousands of people, and you can see this in a Facebook group where you can see all these just different testimonials of people who really had their lives changed because of our products. And I love that. And I'm so blessed to be working with Miss Jackie Jensen and her leadership and all that she's doing to create success with so many people around the globe. And so it's an honor to be on this call. I want to start out just by telling you my story so that you can see why I'm so passionate about what we are doing here. So I had a job, 16 years ago, I had a job. How many of you know somebody that has a job, right? That was me. I was working full-time as an early education director. My husband owned 2 companies. He owned a company that did maintenance for grocery stores. And then we also thought it would be really exciting to be in the franchise world. So any of you who are business owners, I can totally relate. We actually did really well. But here was our problem. In our life, we either had time or we had money. How many of you can relate to that? If we were working a lot, we were making great money, but then I never saw my family, or vice versa. Let's say we went on vacation, I wasn't getting paid. And so I was looking for an opportunity where I could have both time and money together. I had no idea how to create that without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in overhead, right? In the franchise world, I tried to do it. I was looking for a way to create that where I could be on vacation and still get paid. And this industry created that for us. 16 years ago, we got started in this industry. And eventually, through hard work and sacrifice, guess what? I was able to walk away from my job. And we were able to create a life really on our own terms, where we can work when we want to work, we can play when we want to play, work from wherever, right? So what I love about this is that you get started with us, and Tranont has a system in place where you have your own website. We show you how to attract people to this website with incredible products, which you heard about, and you can start creating that life on your own terms. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the money. Here's what I know about money. It doesn't buy us happiness, right? But I've been on the other end of the spectrum, and I don't know if any of you can agree with me, but being broke doesn't either, right? Money is about options. It determines the house you live in, the car you drive, the time you spend with your family, the vacations you go on or you don't go on, the charities that you give to. And so whatever your dreams are, which I know we all have dreams and they're all different, I bet you anything, they're expensive. So we're going to talk about money and how you can create that for you. And if you have a work ethic, if you have a desire to have more in your life, we're going to show you a system that's been unbelievable for many people. So let me share my screen. What's great about what we do, okay, is that Tranont actually takes the resources that you already have, and we're going to show you how to monetize with them. Everybody has a phone, I bet, that's on this call right now, and then access to social media. So if you have an Instagram account or a Facebook account or a Twitter account, right? We're going to show you how to attract people to you. There's, over 3 billion people on social media. We want to show you how to make that happen through attraction marketing. And the cool thing is that we have a system in place already for you to win. Easy to share system where you can share from our Tranont Go app. And the cool thing is, as you share, okay, we're going to teach you exactly what to post. You can share from this app, and you can earn anywhere from 25% to 50% commissions on the customers that you attract. And the great thing about this is paid out weekly. So you go out and you start, talking about these amazing products. Like you heard from people who love our products. And I'll tell you, when you start using them, you're going to want to share because you love, everybody that you love, you're going to want them to know about these. And as you share, you're going to get paid 25% to 50% commissions on the customers you bring in. But not only that, okay, we have other things in place. Now, this just gives you an example. Kelly here, she did one post and, talking about our CBD spray, which the cool thing is you have access to a social media campaign where we will show you how to post these things. But from one post, she got 24 customers, created 1,800 customer points. And then the great thing about this is wherever you are in the compensation plan, okay, you can earn anywhere from 25% to 50% commissions on the, customers that you acquire. So we have a bonus in place for anybody that, when they first get started in their first 30 days from when they join. If you go out and you get 10 customers and 3 associates, then Tranont's going to pay you $1,000 bonus on top of our regular compensation plan. And our whole goal is to show you how to do this very quickly, okay? Now, the other cool thing is our very first position in the company is actually a way for you to eliminate a car payment. And I know there's many people on the line. If you are on the line and you have qualified for our Jade position and qualified for this Jeep stipend, drop it in the chat box so that you can see how many people out there have been able to qualify for this Jeep stipend. My daughter, who's 20 years old, okay, she first saw Tranont, and well, she's now 23 years old, but when she first saw Tranont, she was so excited because she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, I can earn a Jeep. All I have to do is go out and get 3 associates, so 3 people that want more time, more money in their life, and then show them these amazing products. And as they share and we create a volume of 1,500 in group volume or more, Tranont's going to pay me a Jeep stipend. That's a no-brainer, right? And she was able to do that very quickly. So if you go out and you bring in 3 associates and create a group volume of 1,500 points or more, then Tranont will you will hit that Jade position and you qualify for that Jeep stipend if you choose to get a Jeep. Now, another way you could do this is if you just go and acquire 3 or more customers and you create a customer volume of 1,500 points or more, then guess what? You qualify for this Jeep stipend. So check out that chat box. Any of you who have qualified for this, drop it in the chat box. We're super excited about what's happening there. Now, the great thing about this is whether you want to build this spare time and just earn an extra $600 a month, you're going to love this. If you want to build this part-time and earn anywhere from $1,000 a month to $5,000 a month, you're going to love this. If you want to build this full-time, like you're ready to kick it into high gear, you're not afraid of going out and sacrificing and working really hard, the sky's the limit on what you can create. In fact, our top position is over $300,000 a month. My husband and I, we are blue diamonds. Okay. So if you look at these green dots here at the bottom, you can see these monthly bonuses that come in. So once you hit that position, this money comes in every month as long as you maintain that position. Okay, so these are those monthly bonuses. And then you can also see our Jeep stipend on top of that. So if you qualify for the Jeep and you maintain at that 1,500 group volume or more, you also can qualify for these Jeep stipends if you choose to get a Jeep. And then the other cool thing is we want to incentivize the people that really want to run and rock and roll. See, Jackie Jensen, she's a runner. She's a rock and roll, like she makes it happen type person, right? How many of you know somebody, maybe you are that person that you just make it happen. You're like, I'm going to get started. I'm going to rock and roll with this. I want to do big things with this. I'm ready. I'm not afraid of work. I'm going to go and I'm going to work super hard. Well, we have bonuses on top of all of these others, which is so exciting. It's crazy. In fact, we have Trailblazer bonuses where there's an additional $3,550 that you can earn right off the bat if you start running, right away. We also have maximizer bonuses, okay, where this is over $37,000 in addition to our regular compensation plan. And then actually even bigger bonuses on your way to Presidential Blue Diamond. And so I love that really, no matter what you want to go do, right? Maybe you just want to walk with this, you're going to love this, but you get to choose the time that you put into this, and it's totally up to you and what you want to create. The other great thing is we have trip incentives, and I love this because I love it when somebody else pays for a vacation for me, right? How many of you like to have other people pay for your vacations? Absolutely. We've had many different vacations with Tranont, Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, Cancun, In our Mexico trips, we've been to Costa Rica, Dominican Republic. Where were we just? Oh, we were in Greece. Okay, so lots of different places. Italy this next year. You know, I know there's many people on the line that are running for Tulum, Mexico, which is, you know, we're going to be doing that in the beginning of August. And so there are trip incentives. In fact, any of you that are on the line and you've ever qualified for one of these trips, drop it in the chat box. But you can run for these trips. Tranont gives you an opportunity to make that happen. And so this is just, you know, an added bonus for going out and making things happen with our company. Now, what I love about this is that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay, that's a big deal. I got in the franchise world because of a system that they had in place, kind of like McDonald's, right? Many millionaires have been created because of McDonald's system. The only difference is there's a ton of overhead with McDonald's and the headache and employees and all that. I mean, that was the world I came from, right? I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, they have an incredible system that I can plug into. And as long as I put my work ethic in, you know, and my desire, and I'm willing to go do the work, they're going to give me the system. They're going to show me how to build my team, how to get my customers, how to do this attraction marketing. We have incredible events. We have online events. We have regional events. We have national events. This is a national event that we had in Vegas. Okay, but we have many different events that you can attend and really learn, whether they're online or whatever. We also have training videos. So this system is unbelievable. Our next big, huge national event is going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. And you can get more information from, you know, the person who invited you on. But the cool thing is that you can get plugged into this system right away. And we, like I said, right, once you get started, we have what we call this impact launch system, where you have access to our social media campaign. You have access to a system workbook and a training platform of videos and tools for you to really rock and roll. So I love that part of it. Now, I want to talk about our wealth side very quickly. Okay, this will be quick. But the cool thing about this is as you are making money, we want to show you how to make, manage, save, protect, and grow that money, right? Keep that money. And you can actually sit down with a wealth specialist who's licensed. They'll do a confidential needs analysis specifically for you and show you options and tools for you to win financially. So this is like an added bonus as part of our whole financial side. We also are launching crypto, and any of you that are excited about our cryptocurrency opportunity, I want you to drop it in the chat box. You guys, I have chills even telling you about this. This is absolutely huge. Like I said, if you've ever wanted to be with a company at the right place, at the right time, with a niche and timing that's huge, this is it. We actually are doing something that no other company in the world is doing, okay, with our cryptocurrency piece. We have 5 different phases. First of all, our first phase, you're going to be able to, if you choose to, purchase a harvester, but you don't have to have the headache of what a normal harvester is. And if you don't know what a harvester is, it produces the coins for you, okay? So it's kind of like growing your own money in your house, or, you know, people will actually build, you know, rooms of these harvesters that they have, and it fills up their whole room, and it's this whole thing, right? But you get to do that without having the headache of the room space, where your harvester is all digital. You can access it through your phone, okay? But you purchase this harvester, and there's only a certain amount that will be available, so it's a limited quantity, but it will produce this crypto coin for you, which is huge. Now, the second phase is that as you are building the team, okay, so you're just out building Tranont, like Jackie's done here, right? You go out and you build the team. Well, you're gonna be rocking and rolling And you can actually have rewards that come to you in crypto just for doing the work that you're already doing. So it's kind of like double the money, right? This is something no other company is doing. This is absolutely huge. Kind of think about this like if you're playing a game, right? And you're getting little tokens for doing that, but these are like real tokens. These are like real crypto money. That's a big deal, okay? And you're out doing the work to make it happen. The third phase is that we're going to integrate this Tranont coin into our products and services. So there's value added to our products and services, which, by the way, we're a company that's growing in a major way. We are leveraged for massive growth. We hit Inc. 500 as top 7% of fastest growing companies in the nation 3 years in a row. You guys, we will be $1 billion company. And what that means for you is as we integrate this coin into, everything that we are doing, that's growth. Okay. And if you have this harvester, or if you are earning crypto with this is growth for you. That's super exciting. I hope you get this picture. And I know I'm going through this really fast, but this is huge for you. Phase 4 is our global expansion. So right now we are in India, we're in Canada. We just launched UK, which we're super excited about. And of course, we're here in the US, but we are growing into many other countries. The great thing about this crypto is we're going to go international, okay, into not just where we're at, but all over the place. You probably know people in other countries, and as we grow, this is another opportunity for growth with Tranont and growth for the coin, growth for you. Okay. And then the last phase is this will actually basically be decentralized. These activities, the actions, rewards, and everything, they're going to be driven by the community. And again, this is just about growth. So I hope you're excited about this. You will be getting more details as we launch this. But if you ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time, this truly is it. Okay, now, I know we have a lot of people that are super excited. And in fact, I already see people joining. Okay, to join, you go to tranont.com, and then you can actually choose the pack that you want to get into. We have a platinum bundle. Okay, what's great about this is over a $1,700 value for $999. You're going to get coupon codes, 20 care to share coupon codes that you can give out to friends and family, $159 convention credit for your training platform, and then of course this suite of amazing products. We have several of the Enrich, because you're going to want to go out and do pudding demos, do these things, share these with your friends and family. And as you share, guess what? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got to have some of this, right? So this is a great package. So you can get started, become an associate, get access to our platforms, get your own online website that you name what you want to name. As you start attracting people to it, you start earning money, right? We also have our gold bundle. Again, you have that same opportunity to become an associate with this, get your own online storefront. This is over anywhere $950, over a $1,100 value, depending on which bundle you choose. Okay. For about $650 to $800. Okay. And the great thing about this, the difference is just the products that are in there, 10 care to share codes instead of 20. The convention credit is like that. And then our silver bundle is also the same. You get that same access to wholesale pricing, the associate, you become an associate, you get that website, everything in place. It just kind of, obviously there's more value in these other for the price. And then last but not least, you're going to hear from a gentleman who I'm so excited about, Mr. Brandon Bean. Okay, he's going to talk to you about why he chose Tranont. He's had huge success in this, but I want to tell you something that is super exciting. You are looking at this at the perfect time, because Tranont is doing something that they have never done before. They did this last month and they're doing it again this month, but they've never done it before last month. Okay, like this is huge. Anybody that joins in the month of June and you purchase either a silver, gold, or platinum enrollment pack to become an associate, okay, and you hit Sapphire by September 30th. Okay, so in the next 90 days, you hit Sapphire, which is basically if you help 12 people get to the Jeep position, okay, 12 people to get to that first position in the company, then that would be about the Sapphire position. If you do that by September 30th and you maintain it for 1 month in October, Tranot's going to pay you a $10,000 bonus. Now, I want you to hear, first of all, I want you to know Miss Jackie Jensen, she's a top producing Sapphire. She did this in less than 90 days. She definitely had an incredible work ethic to make that happen, right? But if you're serious and you want to go make this happen, you can absolutely do it. We have Mr. Brandon Bean on the line, and Mr. Brandon Bean, I'm so excited. We feel so blessed that you're here with us at Tranont. He's a top producing emerald. So he did this twice, basically. He did Sapphire twice, okay? He helped about 25 people hit that Jeep position. And I want him to tell his story about how he did that, and why really you chose Tranont, because we feel so blessed to have you here. And I want everybody to know that if we can do it, if you can do it, if Jackie can do it, right, then everybody on the line can do it. So, Mr. Brandon Bean, thank you. We're going to hear from you again because you're so awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Mindy, for having me. It's good to see you.
So good to see you.
Well, I will tell you this. We found this industry about 8 years ago, my wife and I. In our situation, y'all, we were broke, like broke as a joke, like tore up from the floor up, broke. Our bank account was in red more than it was in black. I didn't know how we were going to pay rent month to month. We were living on top ramen. Our car was falling apart. Literally, the driver's door wouldn't even open. We'd have to crawl in through the passenger's side across just to get to the steering wheel. And I remember it was my daughter's 8th birthday. And we didn't have the money to throw her a party or even to buy her a bicycle that she wanted. My best friend literally put money in our account so we could do that. And my wife looked at me, Krista, she looked at me and she just had huge tears running down her cheeks. And she said, I'm tired of being broke. And that was just a huge wake up call for us. And I felt like a failure as a provider and a husband and a father. And that's when we found this industry, completely changed our lives. But then we found Tranont last July and it changed again. And it was literally, Mindy, what you were talking about when you said, we'll show you how to attract people to you. That's what happened, because we were on our Facebook and I started seeing people, one of my friends going, they've got a Jeep and this person's got a Jeep and that person's got it. It was like Oprah, Jeep, you get a Jeep, you get a Jeep. And we're like, what is going on here? And so I asked, I inquired, and he introduced me to Tranont and told me about the comp plan, and it sounded too good to be true. And then he told me about Mojo. And so I started Mojo, and then we had an experience with Enrich, and we had an experience with the Collagen, and we had an experience with the CBD, and we knew that this was the right home for us, because not only was it helping us, but we knew that it could help other people too, not just in their health, but could help those people that were like us, whose bank account was sitting on red, whose car was falling apart, who didn't know if they were going to be able to make rent. We could help them, because the fact of the matter is we're living in times that are just crazy, just with fuel prices and food prices, and all of us need a little something extra. All of us are feeling it. And so our hope was that we would be able to do just that. And that's what it's done for us. And we've been able to help so many friends have that same experience. And it's been crazy. And for us, literally, when we say the systems are simple, we mean it. The leadership is incredible. Everything are amazing tools for you to succeed. And it helped us because we hit Jade in our first day. Like, we were Jade qualified in our first day. We hit Sapphire and then hit Emerald, both of those in our 4th month in. And it really has completely changed our life in so many different ways. And it's the sort of thing that when you feel that and you have that happen, you just want to share it with other people because you want them to be able to experience it too. So if you're on the line tonight and you're like, you know what, I relate to that, I need that, gosh, I encourage you, y'all, I'm a crier, sorry. I encourage you, reach out to the person that invited you tonight. Jump into this. You will not regret it, because this is hope. This is hope for you. So that's kind of our story and where we're at. We're so glad to be here.
Oh my gosh, Brandon, I want to sign up again. Can I sign up again after hearing your
Can
story?
you come be on my team? Because I want to be a Blue Diamond.
Oh, you are so awesome. I'm so excited for you and Krista. You guys are amazing people. We are so blessed to have you here at Tranont, seriously. And you know what, I can so relate to your story, because how many of you know somebody that, you know, they're running, but they feel like they're not getting anywhere? That was me, you know, for many, many years. You know, I was just looking for something that I wasn't afraid to go work. I just needed the vehicle to make it happen, right? And if that is you, you know, if you are somebody that you have a mindset of a 3%er, right? Because if you think about this, 97% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck, but then there's those 3%ers. What are they doing differently? Well, they're willing to do what 97% of the people are not willing to do. Brandon and Krista, Jackie are willing to do what 97% of the people are not willing to do. They just needed a vehicle to win. If that is you, you're at the right place at the right time. You can do amazing things with this. We have such an incredible system in place. Let's go get you into that 3% category. Here's how you sign up. You go to tranont.com. Okay, so call the person who invited you. They can take you to tranont.com. And then you're going to sign up on tranont.com. You choose the pack that you want, and then they will give you access to our social media campaign. They're going to give you access to our launch system and what we have going on, the conference calls, the overviews. They will get you, you know, into our system so that you can win. Okay, so I'm super excited for you, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Miss Jackie Jensen, thank you so much for hosting this.
Mindy.
You're a rock star. And I'll turn it back over to you in case you want to do anything else. Thank you so much.
I think we've covered it. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who took time to give your testimony. But go back to the person who invited you. And I know that they'd love to answer any questions you might have, connect you with their leader if they can answer them. And we'd love to have you join us here at Tranont. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.